Hello. Welcome, baseball fans. My name is Yasmina, and I have a bit of a rant, but today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be discussing the good, the bad, and the ugly, which is going to be a recap of the last week of the Yankees. Of course, I'm going to be leaving some things out, but these were some things that I just thought I would talk about. So, first of all, Donaldson. On Wednesday, that win against the Tampa Bay Rays, the walk-off grand slam, they won 8-7, bottom of the ninth, was badass. That was more of what I want to see, right? But I learned something new. There is something called an ultimate grand slam. And here's what an ultimate grand slam is, and it's only happened 3 times in Yankee history. Donaldson was the third to do it. So an ultimate grand slam is a walk-off grand slam when the losing team is down by 3. And it's only happened, like I said, 3 times in Yankee history. So Babe Ruth did it in 1925. Jason Giambi did it in 2002. And then we have Donaldson, who did it on Wednesday. And it was glorious. It was amazing to see. And I was like, please, dear Lord, let this be a turnaround. Please, please, please. But no. Unfortunately, no. But I did learn something new about baseball, an ultimate grand slam. Who knew? So it's, of course, it's not a stat, but that's still something, just a cool little factoid about baseball. So that's the good. The bad. The first game in the series against the Tampa Bay Rays, Rizzo, the hit by pitch. So Rizzo gets hit by this pitch, right? And I have it on good authority that Rizzo is a pretty chill dude, doesn't really get thrown out of games, doesn't really, challenge the umpire's calls. But he was furious over this, and, I watched it many, many times, and I could see, okay, here's my take on this. I could see why the umpire was an idiot, so I'm just going to get that out of the way, because I do not agree with the call. But it did appear as though, so when he leaned back, it did appear as though his thigh was leaning in. But the thing is, that ball was so far outside of the strike zone that he would have to have teleported in a split second to avoid that hitting his thigh. There was nowhere for him to go. What was he going to do? Dive for cover? What the hell? So apparently there are memes going around or something saying that he would literally just have had to apparate or disappear. I don't know if you're a Harry Potter fan, but so that's the bad, because and Boone of course steps in, saves him from getting kicked out of the game. Which is amazing. Boone is really awesome at that, at sticking up for his players, which brings me to the ugly. So Boone is a player's coach, right? He is a guy that always has his players' backs. And today, after the loss today, it was the most awkward post-game press conference I have ever seen Aaron Boone do. He literally went from, now mind you, there's 17-25 in the last 37 games. Okay, so Boone is being asked these questions, and it's the same questions he's been asked time and time again. But the press conference starts, and Boone is kind of nervous. He's stuttering, and Boone is usually so self-confident. He's stuttering a little bit. He's looking down a lot, but quickly that nervousness turns into this frustration, right? Because he's being asked questions. He's like, "Are you perplexed?" And someone asked him, "Are you perplexed by the performance of your offense?" And his frustration quickly turns to anger, and he's like, why are we still talking about this? The answer's going to be the same. I have never seen him this mad. He pounded the conference table. He literally did a fist pound, like Matthew McConaughey did when he was giving a speech at the White House about that shooting. He did a fist pound. I was like, oh my goodness, Aaron Boone. That is crazy to me. And he literally was just like, we gotta stop talking about it. We have great guys in this clubhouse. We need to stop talking about it. We have had 12. What did he say? I wrote it down. The offense has struggled for 12 days, is what he said. So the offense has struggled for 12 days. We all know this. Stop asking the questions. But then he went on to say, we have got great guys in that clubhouse that perform. But of course he's angry. But he's still sticking up for his guys, which I gotta give Boone credit for that. I mean, he really is a player's coach. So after the game, I was watching some of the, more of the post-game stuff, and then, Jack Curry comes on, and he's like, we've never seen Boone this angry. And it was funny, because I was like, because I don't always watch the post-game press conferences with Boone. So I hadn't really, but I knew that was the angriest I had ever seen him. I didn't know if it was, like, for a fact. But everyone was kind of astonished, right? And Jack Curry is like, I wonder if he's taking that anger to the players. Like, is he yelling at the players about their poor performance, about this? And that kept getting talked about. And it was interesting when they were interviewing Judge in the postgame. Judge is just a cool cucumber. He is a cool cat. Like, he does not, because if you go back and look at Gerrit Cole's interview, I don't know if you can find it on YouTube, but Gerrit Cole literally appeared to be on the verge of tears while he was being interviewed. He could not look anyone in the eye. His eyes were puffy. He had his hat pulled down real low, kept looking down, trying to get the shade over his eyes. Like, I swear to God, that guy probably, like, was bawling his eyes out. I mean, I would believe it. Like, he looked like he had been and was like, let me get this over with so I can go to a good cry in. Judge, on the other hand, was, cool as a cucumber, and when they asked him, so Aaron Boone was really angry during the press conference. Have you ever seen him this way? Or did you see it? And Judge was just like, oh, I haven't seen it yet. And they're like, does he bring any of that to the, they're basically asking him, like, does he yell at you guys? And Judge just played that. Judge is so slick, man. Like, can you imagine if you were Aaron Judge? Like, how did that human being get created? Like, there has to be a higher power. But he's just so slick, and he kind of dodged the question. But, so I applaud Judge for that, for not throwing Boone under the bus or saying anything negative really at all. And, so that was the ugly. So we just went through the good, the ultimate grand slam, the bad, the Rizzo hit by a pitch, horrible call, not giving him first base. And the ugly was just everything about today. I mean, the post-game interviews were a mess. I have never seen anything like it. I have never seen a player that looks like he is bawling his eyes out. I have never seen Aaron angry. That he punched the table. So yeah, wow. Pretty ugly. So that's all I've got. I mean, that's my recap for the week. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff I can talk about, but I want to keep these things brief. So let me know what you guys think below, because yeah, it's been an interesting week. But yeah, I mean, at least we got that ultimate grand slam. I know that, Donaldson, made history. He's now amongst the ranks of, Jason Giambi and Babe Ruth for the third Yankee to ever do it in history, which is pretty cool. So we'll end on that positive note. And thank you guys for watching. If you like this content, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Love you guys.